Here's how you be a good writer. Here are the steps. Number 1, have a female character. Number 2, have her kill all the men. Number 3, profit. Like, it's that simple. Hey there, my name is Solomon. And I, for the past couple of weeks, have been binging, Danganronpa. And now that I've finished the first 2 games, I want to talk about the characters because I love the characters so much. I have not seen anything really about the 3rd game or the 0 game, so no spoilers, please. Please, no spoilers in the comments. Thank you. So we're gonna start with my least favorite character and go to my most favorite character. Without further ado, let us start this tier list video. Fuck, how do I pronounce these names? I don't know how to pronounce any of these Japanese names, honestly. What is this? Fucking, Toko Fukawa? Coming in last at this ranking is Toko Fukawa. I was just so sick of her being on my screen. She was just annoying. I'm sorry, I didn't like her whole gimmick. You're a dirty pervert. Like, girl, no one's perving on you. You look like an eggplant. Like, shut up. Second in the ranking, Hifumi Yamada. I promise you I don't know how to pronounce half these names, but yeah, characters like Mineta, characters like Hifumi, characters like Teru Teru in the next game, not my cup of tea. No, I don't like men. It's weird that I don't like him as so much because he's a pervert when I'm like horny on main constantly. Anyone who legitimately believes in 2D girl supremacy needs therapy and to get off of Reddit, probably. Oh, he's also a major simp for Celeste. But then again, if I met Celestia Ludenberg, I'd be a simp too. I'd make her tea as well. Don't act like you wouldn't make Celestia Ludenberg tea. And don't act like if she spit it in your face, you wouldn't say, thank you. Like, anyway, this is going to be controversial because I know how much the fandom loves him, but, Kiyotaka Ishimaru. There's nothing that, like, grabbed me about him. He just yelled a lot. And not in the cute way, like, Bakugo. Like, yeah, he's definitely a flop. I'm sorry. And the way that he just, like, died after going Super Saiyan, like, what was that? It was probably something rushed or something that I didn't fully get, but it's just like, you have a small arc, a small hint of change, then you just die? What are you, fucking Hyoko? Like, the next character is Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. This shouldn't take that much out of me. Mukuro Ikusaba. Is that close enough? That's close enough for this video. So I put her in the flop tier because I don't know shit about her. And I also thought that her death in the garden was kind of random and like, why? It threw me off. It threw off my enjoyment. I was like thoroughly enjoying Danganronpa 1. And then that trial happened and I was like, none of this makes sense. I don't know. Maybe she gets more enjoyable in the games. Who's next? Okay.
Some of y'all about to be real mad at me, but it must be said.
I really do not care about Makoto at all. Nothing about Makoto interested me. I know he's meant to be like the bland kind of plain protagonist because he's supposed to be relatable to the I get that, but I've seen that done in better. I think Hajime was a better example of that if you want like a semi-bland protagonist who can just fill in for me, I guess. The only thing about Makoto that I kind of resonated with was that he liked Hope so much, but then Nagito came in and did that better in the next game. So if there's a reason that you stan Makoto, please let me know in the comments, because personally, I can't find anything that I really care about with his character. So yeah, sorry, moving on. Okay, Leon Kuwata. Leon. Um he's only higher than Makoto because I like his character design and I think his execution was a really good way into the series. And kind of the fact that he was the first killer um, makes him a little bit iconic. Um, yeah, there's not a whole lot for me to like necessarily about Leon, but there's not a whole lot I dislike either. So I just like his character design. I think his character design is really cool. That's about it. Who's next? Yasuhiro Hagakure. Whatever, we're gonna roll with that. I think the only reason he's not in the flop tier was is because of the stoner memes. I'm a sucker for stoner memes. I wish I were high right now. Uh, that is the only reason his character is that high, just because I like the memes. So, all right, Sayaka Mizuno. Absolutely, she's iconic for this. Okay, so I didn't care about her character that much. I was like, oh, she died, oh well. But when it turned out she was trying to like frame Makoto, I was like, oh, she's a criminal mastermind. I love me some villainous women. So I didn't care for her in the beginning of the game. I thought she was kind of annoying, like, I'll be your assistant. Like, okay. Am I sad she doesn't have as much screen time? No, not really. She can die early. It's totally fine. All right, my boy Mondo Owada. From Mondo on, I actually thoroughly enjoy these characters. So his story with Chihiro, it just kind of like touched me in a way I didn't think it would. I was like, damn, toxic masculinity sucks. That's the message. That's the Mondo message. Despite the gigantic corn chip on his head, the character design is solid, and I liked it a lot. Him feeling like he needs to be this big strong man and getting outmanned by fucking the femboy. Also, solid dude. I was like, when he died, I was like, he made a mistake. He wasn't a bad guy though. You know, I had faith in him. Oh, okay. Also, hot take, controversial opinion. Y'all might not agree with me on this one, but I think Mondo's punishment is like the most intense of the whole series, probably. Getting turned into butter? That shit is gross. I felt physically sick during that punishment. I was like, ew. I was like, whoa. That's nasty. That's so gross. Next is Chihiro. And I mean, like I said with the Mondo stuff, I like Chihiro's character because he had that whole like power manliness thing going in. But I just wonder if Danganronpa came out like now, what kind of statements we made about Chihiro in like the kind of trans sort of way. Like Chihiro said trans rights. I just mean more like there's a lot that could be said about that, about like gender roles and trans people and toxic masculinity and conforming and gender norms. There's a whole bunch of stuff that could be said about that character if we looked at it through like a 2021 lens. I'd want a further explanation of that, or like an analysis of that in some way. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot to be said about that, but I'm not usually a fan of the characters who are just, I'm a shy person who's probably gonna die. But I think Chihiro was definitely an exception to that rule. I liked watching him. Overall, Chihiro, solid character. Trans rights. Hello, LGBT community. Okay, now we're talking about the bad bitches. Period. Aoi Asahina. Or is it Aoi? Listen, I don't know how to pronounce their names, god damn it, but I like this bitch. Is it bad that I like her because she looks like Tracer from Overwatch? Does no one else think that? No one else think they look similar? She was really like, every group needs that one bitch who's just like, we're going to get through this. Except when she pulled that Uno reverse card and said, yeah, I just wanted all of you to die because you're shitty people. I was like, but I couldn't get mad at her. I was like, you're kind of valid. You're kind of right about something. Oh, and I also loved her relationship with Sakura. Her name's Sakura, right? The buff chick. Her name's Sakura. I'm gonna assume Sakura. I loved her and Sakura so much. I was like, lesbians. I was like more than lesbian. I don't know. But yeah, their friendship was super enjoyable. Friendship. Historians are gonna say they were close friends. They were more than close friends. Y'all act like they didn't have sex every night during the trials. And here's my theory. I bet Asuhina. I bet she was the top. Could you imagine Sakura as a little spoon? Anyway, moving on. Byakuya Togami.
No, Makoto, I will not juju on that beat. What don't you understand? Catboys are protected by the Constitution, yeah. Can we get a purr in the chat, ooh?
That poor man's voice actor must go through so much shit every day because of you fuckers. Alright, I've already discussed her a little bit, but here is Miss Celestia Ludenberg. I was just drawn to her because I was like, oh look, a big titty goth girl. And honestly, from the second I saw that chick, I was like waiting for her to murder someone. I was like, if she's not a killer, I'll eat my damn hat. Like, tell me she doesn't have murder in her fucking eyes. And I like how the reason she gets to killing is simply for the money. Like, chase a bag. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Chase a bag. What a queen. What a capitalist queen. She said, I will have my castle, whether you're alive or not. Fucking stunning. Yeah, Celestia was fun. Alright, who's next? I don't have a lot to say about Sakura Ogami besides the fact that I just liked her like a lot for a lot of different reasons. The fact that she's not like traditionally beautiful because she has like these muscles. The fact that her death was so sad, like damn, like she was a real one. She was a G. In the hood, she would have had anybody. Like, honestly, just a better Peko. Fight me on it. And my headcanon is still that she's Little Spoon. She has to be Little Spoon. There's no way. That's too obvious. She can't be Big Spoon. That's too fucking obvious. Or she's asexual. No, let's get rid of that stigma. Let's get rid of that stigma saying that anyone who's like not traditionally feminine is asexual. Let's get rid of that one. Let's nip that in the bud. Trans rights. Yeah, that's all I have to say about her. Okay, Genocide Jill. Whoo, child, let me tell you. I didn't care about Toko whatsoever, but her alter ego, that bitch a freak, and I love it. She said, oh, I slashed your tires? Sorry, I'm a Gemini. She said, yeah, I'm a serial killer. What about it? It's a Wednesday. Fucking love that whore. What a woman. What? She said, men, snip, snip, I'll kill them. And I said, period. Like, you don't get better writing than that. Here's how you be a good writer. Here are the steps. Number 1, have a female character. Number 2, have her kill all the men. Number 3, profit. Like, it's that simple. It's really that simple. Okay. Love Genocide Jill. Great character. Alright. I got 2 more characters to talk about. Let's get him done. First up, Kirigiri. I just liked how cool that bitch was. I was like, yeah, this is a strongly written female character. Her reservedness, her detachment, but like she still cares. The fact that she's like poised but still emotional, just everything about her is just rad. Her outfit, God, if I ever do drag, that's my first costume. She's so like, that's just such a cool fucking costume. Like, I think that characters in purple generally have a cool, mysterious aura about them. That's some color theory for you. Yeah, I just liked Yuri quite a bit. Watching her execution was so painful to me. I was like, ouch. I was like, damn. Um, yeah, Kirigiri is cool. I would want to have like a. Could you imagine Kirigiri giving a TED talk? Do you know how many minds would be enlightened? Anyway, all right. Last but definitely not least, my absolute favorite character, Junko Enoshima. I just smile every time I think about her. I know she's a bit like mixed in the fandom. I know half you guys love her and half you guys hate her, but I'm on the stand train for this one. And to tell you the truth, I don't know why. I just really liked her from the beginning. I like that she was like, "Yeah, I talked like this. What about it?" Like, I just saw Junko and I saw her big little poofy like fucking Nui Harume fucking haircut, and I was like, I'm gonna like this whore, and I did. I didn't know anything about Danganronpa, but because I was a Homestuck fan for a long fucking time.
So what do you want me to say? Sorry, should I apologize when you ignore me? Didn't ask to be right or to be lonely, or to be hatched into an ugly story.
The two fandoms kind of just showed up on my dashboard a lot. So I would be looking at Carcat stuff and Rose Kanaya stuff, and then Junko would pop up, and I never knew her name until I saw Danganronpa, and I was like, oh, that's where that bitch is from. And then I was like, so if she's liked in the fandom, why did she die so quickly? And then the ending came along, and I was like, I said, hello? Why are you here? I mean, I'm happy you're here, but why are you here? And she came out with the fucking British accent. A lot of you don't know this, but sometimes I just slip into a British accent. It just happens. It just happens to me, and I don't know why. But it does. Probably because I'm a theater kid. Anyway, I wish I knew why I liked her so much. I think it's because she's fucking crazy. Honestly, that's probably it. I think she's just the multiple personality disorder she has for no reason. Just why not? Like, I don't get why she's the ultimate despair when she fills me with so much goddamn hope. She fills me with so much. She brings me the opposite of despair. I can totally get why the kids from the second game sent over her so hard and were the ultimate despairs with her. I can get it. I can understand it. I'd be an ultimate despair too. You know what? If Junko Enoshima came to me today and said, hello, I would simply die. Not to be dramatic, but I would simply get on one knee, propose, and when she ultimately rejects me because it'll cause more despair, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep following her. I'm just gonna keep living my life. So, one more time, just in case you didn't hear it, I like Junko a lot. I don't even know why. She's just such a fun character to me. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Danganronpa 1 characters. I will do a second video on the two characters if you guys want me to do that. Or just any other topics you want me to talk about, please do so. I try to post new videos like this every Thursday-ish, alternating. And I'm into lots of fandoms. So if you have any other fandoms you want me to talk about, feel free to let me know. Anyway, that's been me. Danganronpa was super fun, and I cannot wait to do a second video on it. Yeah. Thanks.